You're watching the Talk Media, and I'm here, CJ. Welcome back to another one of the collection series. I know that I've been neglecting this series for a little while, and I thought I would come back today and continue it on. And yeah, so today will be all E's and F's because I decided to combine the two because I didn't have that many E's or F's. So thought I'd combine them and basically go through more of my collection to show you some more bands to check out. E has some pretty obscure bands, some ones that you probably would already know, in different genres. So let's just get into it. Which first band would be Edguy, Tobias Sammet's band outside of Avantasia. And this band is on hold right now, so no new stuff coming out from them. But this is a Kingdom of Madness. I think this may be their second album, but still really good. I know the production's kind of shoddy on their older albums, but next one, Hellfire Club. No, not the Stranger Things Hellfire Club. The Hellfire Club, which is Tobias Sammet's. A lot of great ones on here, like The Piper Never Dies, We Don't Need a Hero, Under the Moon. A lot of good stuff on there, too. Some more classic Tobias Sammet vocals. Edguy, Space Police, Defenders of the Crown. Pretty okay album. Not my favorite of their discography, but still really good. I know I need to get more Edguy. I do want to get Tears of a Mandrake and some other stuff like that, but Electric Wizard. I know I did a ranking of Electric Wizard back in the day, way back. It's like the 10th ranked, I think. Terrible video quality. I stumbled over all my words, but yeah. Basically, all about this band is basically like a weed band that basically goes into that's mostly like a stoner slash doom band. Really great stuff, and also a lot of satanic imagery and satanic themes. Yeah, really, really a very unique band. I really do like their music. Really do think they're one of the best in the doom genre. Come My Fanatics, their second album, where they went with 8 minutes to 10-minute tracks on some of these, like Return Trip and Solarian 13. There's some really good ones on here. Can't show the insides because it's very explicit, but yeah. Dope Throne, Electric Wizard, another great one with Funeropolis and The Hills Have Eyes. There's a lot of great songs on here as well. Yeah, it's where they go into more of the weed themes and like drug use themes that they're more known for. Next stack is more Electric Wizard with Let Us Pray. Another one of those, like Priestess of Mars is probably the best one here. Master of Witchery, House of Whipcord, I think it is. Pretty great stuff on this album too. I know, like, I love this band actually. I really do. I really like listening to Electric Wizard. They always have a really good sound to them. Really, like, really down-tuned sound. This one is Witch Cult Today. It has Satanic Rites of Drugula. Absolutely love that track as well. The Chosen Few. Black Magic Ritual and Perversions. Some great stuff on there too. More of like a. And this one is Black Masses from 2010, I think it is. Another great one here. We got Black Masses, Patterns of Evil, Scorpio Curse, and I think that's Drugula as well. Absolutely great stuff on this one as well. They've never done a bad record in my opinion. Electric Wizard, Bloody Wizard. Little more of like a little different sounding than their previous records, but still really good. When we get to Elton John with Empty Sky, I really do like Elton John too. I'm a huge Elton John fan. This one has Skyline Pigeon, Valhalla, Western Ford Getaway, Gateway, the first Elton John album. Yeah, like even the first one is really good. I thought Elton John was great from the start. Madman Across the Water. I don't know if these are in order, but hopefully so. Madman Across the Water. Of course, Tiny Dancers on this one. Absolutely great stuff. There, Tumbleweed Connection from I don't even know what year. Probably is. I don't know if it's before that or not. It has Coming Down in Time, Country Comfort, which is a good one. My Father's Gun, Where to Now, St. Peter. Absolutely great stuff on that one as well. Chateau from 1972, another great album. No, this one has Rocket Man. I think it's going to be a long, long time. Hercules, A Cat Named Hercules, I think it is. I think I'm going to kill myself at number 3 on this album. No, YouTube, that's a song title. Don't flag the video, please. That's a song title, so it's a good song, so that's why I shouted it out. Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road. The main album that everybody looks at has like what is it? Goodbye, Yellow Brick Road, Benny and the Jets, Candle in the Wind, Roy Rogers, Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. If you've ever played GTA, you know that song. Absolutely great stuff on that as well. It's probably their like main well-known record. Victim of Love, kind of a beat-up copy, but yeah, this is more of the disco record, so I know a lot of people don't like this one. I actually do. I think it's quite good. As well as the one as well, one of the old 1992. I think this one's good. I know a lot of people like discard it. And then the Diana, Princess Diana tribute. Pretty great stuff there too. Some other versions of songs. I don't know how to say this band, but yeah. Solania, I think it is the name on it. I can get this to focus. I'll flip it over. If I can get this to focus. Nope. But yeah. If you don't know this one, look up Primordial Breath. Look up that song. You'll find this album. It's a folk metal band. Absolutely amazing stuff. Don't really know how to, I'll probably never do a ranking of it because I don't actually know how to say the band's name. So that's that. Everything Remains as It Never Was. Their albums are really good, honestly. Their albums are really good. I'm a fan of a lot of different bands, but that one's one of the better ones. Origins from 2014. Call the Mountains is like the big one here. It's absolutely amazing. And they also have like a, what is it? Live at a festival in 2013 on this. It's a separate disc. And we go to Slim Shady, Eminem, with the Slim Shady LP. The Slim Shady LP, of course. The wild classic album by Slim Shady. I like Eminem, but yeah. Eminem, the Marshall Mathers LP, which is the second album. Stuff like Way I Am, The Real Slim Shady, I'm Back, Kill You, Stan. And then we get Revival, which is like a newer Eminem record. So I'm not only a fan of metal music, I'm also a fan of hip-hop. as well, and also classic Elton John. I like the Doors. I like a lot of stuff. So I'm not just a metalhead. Now we get to a classic band in my local scene, my local city. We get to Cleveland's Embalmer, one of the best death grind or death metal bands in the area where I'm at. Where there was blood everywhere. This isn't like an EP or whatever. It was on Relapse Records, 1997. Yeah, just absolutely amazing stuff. The Bone Box, Blood Fucking Freaks, Blood Sucking Freaks, Rotten Body Fluids. Absolutely great stuff on this one as well. If you don't know why I said that, it's because the it looks like an F on there, but it was actually an S. Emperor, one of the best black metal bands of all time, with In the Nightshade Eclipse, in the Nightside Eclipse, one of the best albums ever done. Just an absolute classic. It has what is it? Burning Shadows of Silence, Cosmic Keys to My Creations in Time, Towards the Pantheon. Just absolutely great stuff on there. Absolutely great symphonic black metal. Now we get to Anthems of the Welkin Dusk. Welkin at Dusk. It's their second album from 1997, I think, or 1996. Yeah, watch that video if you want to see where I put these ones. I go into this one. I go into Emperor pretty heavily on the ranking video that I did for them. Like, absolutely great stuff on that too. We get Equilibrium from 1999, another good album. And then we go to the final one for them is Prometheus, the Disciple of Fire and Demise, which is a death metal album, which I kind of prefer their black metal stuff, but yeah. We get to Enslaved with their first two albums. Very good, really good early black metal band from Norway, maybe, yeah. Then we get to folk death metal with folk death metal with Enzivirum. Yeah, Enzivirum, their first album, absolutely amazing. I think isn't the vocalist that is now on Winter Sun is featured on this album. He was in that band, this band at the time. Token of Time, Guardians of Fate, Hero in a Dream. This is just their classic one, and it also has Battle Song on it, which it's just an absolute classic. Enzivirum Iron, their second album, has a Battery bonus track, which is a Metallica cover. It's got Sword Chant, Iron, Tale of Revenge, Into Battle. Yeah, just absolutely great stuff on here too. Very hard to find these Enzivirum CDs. Victory Songs from 2009. Absolutely love Victory Songs as well. It's got some really good ones on here, like Wanderer, The Wanderer Rides Alone. Love that song. Absolutely love that song. Victory Songs, Raised by the Sword. Absolutely amazing stuff on that too. I'm going to move these over. Move this stack over so I have more room over here to put more. We get some more Enzivirum. Get some more Enzivirum with From Afar. One of their best albums, actually. Absolutely amazing. Heathen Throne, Stone Cold Metal, From Afar, Twilight Tavern, By the Dividing Stream. Just, you need to listen to this album. This is one to listen to before you die. Absolutely. One of the all-time greatest albums. From Afar by Enzivirum. It's the blue album that they did. And then the last one from Enzivirum, Classic. They're one that I had on the end of the year list in 2020. Rum Women Victory is one of the best songs on here. Seafarer's Dream Andromeda. Absolutely great stuff there too. And we go to Enthroned with Towards the Skull Throne of Satan, one of the all-time greatest in black metal / death metal. This is a printed case because this is an actual legit disc that came in a CD that, yeah, it was loose. Someone sold me a loose CD of this. I thought, hell, I'll buy it. And yeah, it works perfectly. Thought I'd get it. Oh, absolutely amazing album. Entombed, Clandestine. Yeah, classic Swedish death metal. Absolutely classic Swedish death metal. It's got that grimy tone to it, that chainsaw guitar tone. Just absolutely great. Wolverine Blues, another great one here. Love Wolverine Blues. It's the death and roll that Chris Barnes started. Chris Barnes started to do death and roll kind of like recently with 6 Feet Under, and I really do enjoy that stuff. I know a lot of people is going to be like, how can you enjoy 6 Feet Under? I just do. I enjoy 6 Feet Under quite heavily. But yeah, Entombed Wolverine Blues is really good. It's got some great tracks on here like Wolverine Blues, Rotten Soul, Full of Hell. Great stuff. Enterprise Earth, some deathcore. Of course, I absolutely love deathcore. Patient Zero, Enterprise Earth, the first album from this band. Just the vocalist on this one. I'm not too sure, but I think the vocalist does an amazing job on that one. Enterprise Earth, Embodiment. Another great album from this band as well. There's a lot of great stuff from them. Enterprise Earth, Luciferus. Enterprise Earth being one of my favorites in deathcore right now. Last year they released the Chosen, which, oh my gosh, this one was an absolute beast when it came out. It was amazing. Now we get to Epica, which I have only the 3 newest Epica albums. The Quantum Enigma. Epica went completely progressive and progressive metal, and I love it. I absolutely love their new style. I think their new style is just amazing. Their albums are more long and drawn out. I just love it. The Holographic Principle. This one is absolutely amazing. Universal Death Squad is one of my favorite songs from this band. I know I really didn't get heavily into Epica, but yeah, I got pretty heavily into these albums. Omega from 2021. Reviewed this on my channel. Thought it was amazing. It was one of my longer reviews because I just got caught up in it just way a lot. And here we get to an absolute classic in speed metal or thrash metal, whatever you want to call it. I call it speed metal. I consider this album speed metal. It is Exciter's, one of Exciter's albums, which is Heavy Metal Maniac. Yeah, this album from 1983, people sometimes consider it the first thrash album ahead of Metallica's, like Kill 'Em All. I would consider Kill 'Em All speed metal too, but yeah, I would consider Kill 'Em All speed metal too. So, like, I would probably consider Slayer's first album to be the first thrash record, but I'm not going to get into that argument right now because that argument gets really heavy, but yeah, this album is amazing. It's got Iron Dog, Stand Up and Fight, Mistress of Evil, Under Attack, Black Witch, some absolute great stuff on it. The production quality is dog shit, but, well, that's the good part about this album is the production quality is just so bad that it's just so good. And then we got the Violence and Force, their second album. I found this one along with it. Yeah, just absolutely great stuff. Saxons of the Fire, War is Hell, Violence and Force, Screaming in the Night, Pounding Metal. Great stuff on this one too. Yeah. Exciter, and now we get to the next one. We are getting closer and closer to Exodus, which, if you know me, Exodus is probably my favorite thrash band outside of... no, it is my favorite thrash band. Exodus is definitely my favorite thrash band ever. Exhumed gore metal. Check this album out, honestly. This album is one of the most disgusting albums ever created. It's fucking great. Open the Abscess, Postmortem Procedures, Limb from Limb, Casket Crusher, Death Mask, In My Human Slaughterhouse. Just absolutely great stuff on this one. Gore infested death metal with grind influences too. Exhumed Necromancy from, what's that? Oh, Exodus, yeah. Pretty good, but nowhere near gore metal. And we get last year's To the Dead from last year. I can't believe it's just last year. I thought I reviewed this one. I had to have reviewed this one a couple months ago, but yeah, just absolutely great stuff on this one. This one was one of the best. Like, it was great. And here I get to Exodus with Bonded by Blood, or the only one with Bailoff on vocals. Yeah, Exodus, absolute banger of an album from 1985. It has the production quality. Well, it has a great production quality, in my opinion. A lot of people would not consider it good, but Bonded by Blood, Exodus, Then There Will Be None, Lesson in Violence, Metal Command. It's just back-to-back bangers all the way through this album. Just non-stop, just crazy-ass thrash metal. And then we get to Pleasures of the Flesh, or the first one with Zetro. And this one I would consider one of their bottom-tier albums, but still really good. Still has some good stuff in here, like Brain Dead and Pleasures of the Flesh. The title track, Till Death Do Us Part, Seeds of Hate. Great stuff on this one. Absolutely love it. Now we get to one of their best ones, which is Fabulous Disaster. Like, Last Act of Defiance, Fabulous Disaster, and Toxic Waltz. And then War's Lowrider on this as a cover. They do a cover of War's Lowrider. Yeah. Cage in Hell, Like Father, Like Son, Corruption, Verbal Razors, Open Season, and then Overdose to finish the album. Fucking great, man. Fucking great. And then we have Impact is Imminent. A lot of people don't like this album. I consider this album one of their better ones. I fucking love this album. Changing of the Guard, Only Death Decides, Objection Overruled, The Lunatic Parade, Impact is Imminent. Just absolute bangers on this album. And Zetro's vocals are fucking crisp on this one. Like, the more intense style of vocals. And then they go to Force of Habit, or one of the worst, the worst Exodus record, in my opinion. Still has stuff like, good stuff like Feeding Time at the Zoo and Bitch. But, yeah, I would consider this their worst. But still great to listen to. Still worth your time. Then we have Temple of the Damned and Shovelhead Killing Machine. Zetro and the band returned for this one, and Zetro went on a split, and then we had, who was it? Look it up. Look it up right now. I have it here. Rob Dukes on vocals. And my opinion is Rob Dukes has some pretty damn good vocals in Exodus. I definitely really, really like Shovel-Headed Killing Machine. It's just such a fucking intense record. It's everything that modern day Exodus needs. And yeah, Temple of the Damned and Shovel-Headed Killing Machine are two of the best of Exodus. Atrocity, Exhibit A. Yes, I have all the Exodus albums. I'm a huge Exodus fan. I've seen them live once, and I absolutely love this band from, yeah. Riot Act, Funeral Hymn, Children of a Worthless God. Atrocity, Exhibition, fucking amazing all the way through. Rob Dukes is just top notch on this. Like, the albums that Rob Dukes did with Exodus is just, everything is just full-blooded carnage. Like, Exhibit B, or my favorite exhibit, spoiler alert for the video that I did, Ballad of Leonard and Charles, Beyond the Pale, Downfall, Nanking, which is about the rape of Nanking, about the Japanese killing a whole bunch by basically just destroying and killing thousands and thousands of people in Nanking. During that Democide, The Sun is My Destroyer. Yeah, a lot of people have put this at the very bottom of Exodus, but I absolutely love this album. I think it's absolutely one of the greatest. I'm going to actually redo the Exodus ranking eventually, but yeah, just know that some of these are changed. Blood In, Blood Out are the one that I didn't own at the time of the video. I bought this one later, but yeah, it was worth it. Salt in the Wound, Body Harvest, which Body Harvest is just one of the better fucking songs. This is absolutely great. Honor Killings, Food for the Worms, Blood In, Blood Out, Collateral Damage, They Don't Give a Fuck About You or Me. Absolutely love that song. So yeah, I'm a huge Exodus. Like I've already said, I'm a huge Exodus fan, so just trying to prove it a little bit. Persona Non Grata, or the newest one, and I consider this one of the best. Elitist, Prescribing Horror, The Beatings Will Continue Until Morale Improves, Clickbait, Anti-Seed, Persona Non Grata, Slipping Into Madness, fucking great stuff on that too. And now we get to the final stack and a half. We go to some more thrash metal with Evil, Into the Grave, one of the best thrash metal albums of all time, in my opinion. It's got Thrasher, First Blood, Burned Alive, Killer from the Deep, Bathe in Blood, Armored Assault. Great thrash metal there. I know a lot of people like that band too. I do. Hell Unleashed from 2021. Did a review on this one on the channel as well back in the day when I wasn't as good at doing this stuff. Gore, Paralyzed, War of Attrition, Disorder, The Thing, 1982. Banger album. Now we get to one of the rarer ones in my collection, which is actually Evil Dead with Annihilation of Civilization. And yeah, I think this is a misprint too. Yeah, it's Future Shock printed twice. It's from Steam Hammer from 1990 or 1989. They only have three albums. And this is the first one. Everything is just perfect on this album. The guitar tone, the vocals, everything. Just definitely one of the best thrash albums ever. We get Firewind next, actually. Gus G with Firewind, Burning Earth. This one has Fire and the Fury. We Have Survived. I Am Anger, Steel Them Blind. I know a lot of people don't really consider Firewind to be one of the premier bands in power metal, but I really think that they're very underrated. And if Gus G was allowed to if they did the power metal thing on the Ozzy record that Gus G played on, that album might have been a lot better than it was. Firewind, which is a self-titled from 2020. Welcome to the Empire, Overdrive, Space Cowboy. I actually did see them live. I did see Firewind live back when they played with what band was it? Dragon Force, I think it was. Yeah, Dragon Force. Fit for an Autopsy, more deathcore with Absolute Hope, Absolute Hell. Absolutely love this band. Yeah, I know. Fit for an Autopsy, one of my all-time favorites. They have they had a new album last year that was one of the best of the fucking year. Absolutely greatest of the year. One of them. The Great Collapse. This one has Black Mammoth on it, which is just an absolute beast of a song. Hydra, Iron Moon, When the Bulbs Burn Out. Great stuff. I think it's about all the elements, or the great collapse of the world. The Sea of Tragic Beasts. When this one came out, it was huge, and everybody went nuts when this one hit. Yeah, I understand why everybody went nuts when this one came out. I didn't really understand at the time until I went back and listened to it, and was like, this album is just fantastic. I missed it when it came out, so didn't end up on that year's end of the year. And then, oh, what the future holds. Yeah, if you've seen the end of the year list, you probably already know where this one fell. But yeah, this is one of the greatest albums from 2022. Can't still believe it's 2022. Just absolutely amazing album. We get to more thrash metal with Forbidden. Oh God. Forbidden, Twisted in Form. Step by Step, Twisted in Form, R.I.P., Spiral Depression, Tossed Away, One Foot in Hell. Great stuff here too, and it has a Raw Evil, 1989. It has a live show in it as well, like parts of a live show. Great stuff there, Twisted in Form, one of the better thrash albums ever. And we get to one of the more obscure bands in my collection, Fornicator. Like Fornicator from 2002, like extreme death metal. Can't show the in cover because the in cover is really fucking bad. But yeah, it's basically about like crazy shit, honestly. Just immature, crazy shit, but still a good album. It's got a song called I Got Your Fucking Kid, Bitch, or something like that. Just weird band. You want to check that one out? It's called Fornicator. Yeah. Fozzy with Chasing the Girl. Yes, this is Chris Jericho's band. Yeah, this album is okay. It's got some songs that I would skip, but it's got some good ones like Martyr No More, Grail, God Pounds His Nails, Revival, Wormwood. Some good stuff on there too, but just some skips on that album too. Fozzy, Judas. This one is probably their best album. Never will probably do a ranking on Judas or Fozzy. Drinking with Jesus, Judas, Weight of the World, Burn Me Out, 3 Days in Jail. Great stuff here too. Love it. Fozzy, Boombox, more of like a pop album. Not really a huge fan of this record, but got it back in like 2022. It was a 2022 one. I did not review it because, well, I wasn't quite positive with it, so I was like, I'm not going to review it. Freedom Call, Stairway to Fairyland. Pretty great stuff here too. Great power metal. This band kind of went downhill, but their early stuff is just amazing. Their early stuff is really amazing. Land of the Crimson Dawn. Great stuff here, but another one that this one kind of was like the downfall, the downhill of this band, but I'm not going to show that one here. Fueled by Fire, one of the better thrash metal albums. I know a lot of people raved about this one when it came out, but yeah, absolutely great stuff here too. Thrash is back. Ernest Goes to Hell, Spread the Fire, Betrayals, great stuff there too. And then we get Full of Hell, Weeping Choir from 2019. I fucking love this album when it came out. Like Full of Hell, when I seen them live, I think with like Cannibal Corpse, I think it was. Holy shit, their sound system was so loud at the time. But yeah, so that's all of the albums from the E's and the F's. Hope everyone liked it. Stay tuned for the next one, which will all be the G's. And yeah, there's some controversial one in G's because G's have a lot of black metal, so there's a lot of like controversial black metal in that one. So if you want to see that, stick around. I'll upload that maybe next week or in this week. But yeah, hope everyone liked it, and I will see everyone in the